freaking 2 weeks. It's been a really massive shift. Massive shift.
So let's go through the teachable moments here for people who aren't quite up with that. The absolute moment where you feel like, oh my God, I've made a terrible mistake. I done fucked up. Oh no, it can't get any worse. And then it gets worse. And it's, yeah, just take half. You know, the back
Mhm.
half. Oh, my sore ass. That's the moment that you have to buy.
Mhm.
Why? Because it's when people are selling. What happens when everyone sells at once? Markets get mispriced and you buy shit cheaper than it's worth. Who knows what shit's worth in crypto because it's all magic beans? Well, we don't really know what it's worth, but if it's worth 20% less than it was yesterday, someone's probably taking it right in the ass, and you can take advantage of that.
Definitely. Definitely.
I'd just like to point out, Retardio, I've never once wavered.
No.
I always told you, motherfuckers, this is going to be $1 billion meme. The Retardio Cousins NFTs are selling for 20 fucking grand or more.
Fucking A, man. Unbelievable, man. Wow. That thing is pumping like crazy, bro. Like, yeah.
And Bonk's gonna pump.
Bonk is going to pump. They're all going to pump. Solana's
Yeah.
leading the way.
Mhm.
Who wants to go first today? A rock, paper, scissors, you for it, Ian.
1, 2, 3.
You win.
Okay. I guess that means I'm going first. So
I best 2 out of 3.
Oh no, it's all right.
Go for it.
I'll get the conversation going. Yeah, so I don't have any charts to look at today. I just started going through your 16-minute video. So I'll post the link to your market update video in the chat for anybody that hasn't seen the email yet. So look, to be honest, I was having a chat with Maurizio before, and my thoughts are like, wow, we all thought, or you know, last week I was saying we'll come back up, we'll retest, we'll have a look, it'll be all nice and slow and orderly. Well, the market didn't want to do that. The market just went, I'm fucking back. And now for me, I'm thinking, right, okay, then what do I want to be doing now? I want to be thinking about what's happening with the altcoin market cap. So we know that Bitcoin.
So the big point is it's stronger than you had any right to expect it to be, right?
Yeah.
How does that change your thinking?
Well, I'm bullish as fuck today.
Well, but I mean, you know, ordinarily we do this thing where Bitcoin kicks it off, and then Solana takes over. But we're not quite seeing that, are we? We're seeing a new world. We're seeing
seeing something new. Yes. Yeah, which is why I'm kind of handing my go over fairly quickly this morning, because we are in a new world.
Jason Worrell in the chat, it's all about the meme coins. He's damn straight.
Yep.
Fucking Popcat, Mog, all that shit.
Yep. All the meme stuff like is leading the way drastically. Like it is just freaking unbelievable the way that this this weekend. Yeah.
Link is along, Jason. Absolutely, Link is along. Link was like the 3rd or 4th strongest coin off the lows. And shit people have forgotten about. AVAX.
Yeah.
I thought it was a VC scam. One of the strongest big cap coins today. Everything's up.
Everything is up, and everything's looking up as well. It's like when you did your introduction, Scott, and you were talking about like buying when everything's horrible. It's like there's a couple of times I've mentioned that I bought Woo at 12 cents. And I also laughed immediately afterwards. And it was a laugh of, I'm not sure if I've gone and fucked up or if I've gone and got me the best deal. It's like I wasn't certain. So I bought at the lows during this point of uncertainty where I was thinking to myself, I'm not sure if I fancy this or not.
I sold half of my Woo yesterday. I puked it. I just figured there's other things that are going to pump here.
Right. I mean, look at the strength that Ina's showing since that's broken out. I know it's
Oh,
consolidated.
Maurizio, thank you very much, son.
And I'm doing good. Like last cup, like yeah, we're gonna go through all the stuff that we went into, and some of the stuff that we went into. Actually, I'm happy that because what we did when everybody was selling was sort of the risk on stuff that I didn't like really have a lot of appreciation for, and actually start buying all the stuff that actually was worth. Ina, SRO, like Nian, things like that just went up like crazy, man. Like so pretty good, like pretty good. So far so good, man. So far so good.
Ian, you got anything else to add?
No, I'll hand over to Maurizio. I know he's got charts and stuff, and there's last week's bets that he wants to have a look at.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, let me just share my screen. Because everything is looking really good, man. Like really good. All right, so let's start with Bitcoin. This is just the closing of the weekly, right? And look at this thing, man. Like it is. Still not. Are you looking at my screen now?
We are now, yeah.
I see. Look how strong this weekly candle is, man.
Wait, okay, so break that down for those who don't know.
All right.
Open at the lows, close near the highs. What that means is buyers control the open, buyers control the close, expanded range, meaning we got stronger during the week than last week.
Exactly right. And now we have broken pretty much all levels, right? The only level left is the all-time highs, which is at 70, roughly about 74,000. And it's looking like it's heading that way, right? So the amount of strength and momentum that
we
this
went
will
from
have.
50, we did 14,000 up in Bitcoin last week. We did 14,000 this week, and we're well above it. So it doesn't even have to be that strong.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So from that perspective, everything looks like, yeah, everything looks pretty bullish in my mind right now. Like, and the weekly is actually not even, sometimes usually on weekly candles, you see these pullbacks, right? Especially when, on Fridays or over the weekend, people want to close, with profit and stuff like that. But you can see that's not even a little bit of a pullback, right? And that looks pretty strong to me. That looks pretty strong to me. So from the weekly perspective, and if we look on the monthly, check this out.
The monthly has this monster fucking hammer candle. It's like the fuck off hammer candle of all time.
Exactly. And now we're sort of in a positive, right? So now you can, like, if we look at this, last week we looked at it. Oh no, the week before it looked horrible, right? But now things have changed. So now you can actually see how these candles can change over time.
Right.
And then you don't know until you actually freaking close, right? Like that's the thing. You don't know until the candle actually closes.
Okay, couple of points I'd like to dig in there. An incomplete candle isn't worth shit. So you got to wait till the candle closes. The candle closes 8 minutes ago for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And that especially applies to daily candles too. And it also applies to short-term candles, because what you find is that short-term traders fuck with things in the last 30 seconds of an hourly candle to try and paint the candle into a different shape. So an incomplete candle, don't be fucking with that shit. The second point, which Maurizio knows but probably thinks it's too basic to talk about, is that a buy setup that invalidates a sell setup is much more powerful than a buy setup on its own. So if you look at what happened at the highs, we had a perfectly valid sell setup, triple top, could be over. You could make a reasonable case that we're going back to 40K or whatever the fuck. But this buy signal, which we're about to get in another week's time, invalidates that sell signal. So all the people who got short on the sell signal, they're taking it right in the ass. And that adds buying pressure, because someone closing a short is a long.
Exactly.
the last point I want to make is, when does the Ethereum ETF start trading?
I think it's in this week. I think it's gonna be either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I
24
think, but
hours, 24 hours from today.
I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I think it is. Yeah, yeah. I think Tuesday, New York time. So that will be 2 days from now.
Yeah, exactly so.
Mm.
And that's going to be fucking wild, right? Because Ethereum is a wilder beast than Bitcoin. It has higher upside potential. It's got, and you know, if it worked for BlackRock, all those motherfuckers, they make big money out of these ETFs. It worked for Bitcoin. It worked for ETF. What do you think they're going to do? Hey guys, we just made $1 billion a year recurring income off a Bitcoin ETF, and then did it again with an Ethereum ETF. We're going to fucking do Solana next. Then we're going to do Link. Then we're going to do Litecoin. Then we're going to do Doge. We're going to do all these bitches. You know what Wall Street loves? They love fucking money, and they love taking it off little guys. They're going to be all in on this.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. You can actually see now, let's have a look at Ethereum. So this is Ethereum on the monthly. Obviously, let's go first. Let's do the weekly, which is the one that we just closed. All right. So how strong this is? Like, this is really strong in a way, right? Like, definitely bullish. Now we've broken that this very, like, all these purple lines here, guys, are weekly levels. Very important lines that people are looking at, traders are looking at. So there's an important sort of aspects. If this level sort of break or not, you tend to see that when these levels actually hit, there's some sort of either rejection or something happens around those lines, right? A lot of people are looking for those levels. But now we are we just broken, and it looks like it's holding, and more than likely with the Ethereum ETF coming up, I think this my break. And if this breaks the 4,000, more than likely we're gonna get the all-time highs, which is the next 50, like the next.
Okay, and can you dig in for the people who might not be so experienced? What is all-time highs and why is it significant?
All right, so all-time highs, guys, is if, let me just zoom out, and I'm gonna look at this from the monthly perspective. So what this means is Ethereum all-time highs. What it means is like the most, the highest price that Ethereum has ever been, ever, right? So, and that happened on November the 21st, like on the 2021, and
So
the highest.
every single person shows a profit. You know, how do you feel? How did you feel about your coins 3 weeks ago? They're all showing you a loss. You fucking hate them. You fucking hate crypto, not buying anymore. How do you feel about your coins when every single thing you own shows you a profit and you're feeling like a genius? What do you want to do? You want to take some of those profits and sling them around in the shitcoin casinos, right?
More than likely, yeah.
More than likely. So all-time highs creates a situation where everyone's telling their friends about crypto because they're making so much money out of it. You got to get in on crypto. It feels like free money. It's an extremely different situation. There's a bunch of relationships where something really, you can make, if you want to beat the S&P 500, buy every coin that makes an all-time high. Buy every stock that makes an all-time high. Sorry, I think in coins now. Todd has just pointed out in the chat that Biden's dropped out. Big fucking surprise. I wonder who's going to tell him when he wakes up from his nap. And they're going to draft in probably Kamala, who is the world's most unlikable politician. Like I am a left-wing person who believes in most of those left-wing causes, and the Democrats are retarded. They've got zero chance. Like Trump's got it in the bag. She's trash. Exactly. She's a very, very unlikable human being. Like, I don't care about her policies, but like, people don't vote on policies. They take a look at her and go, would I have her over to dinner? Men go, would I fuck her? Am I intimidated by her? Like do I like her? Like she's just an unlikable fucking career politician cunt. Fuck that cunt.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
gonna be interesting. Like,
I
oh
mean,
man.
I'm sure her policies are fine, like ish, but but you know, she's not going to end the woke nonsense that's infected the Democratic Party. She's not going to beat Trump. Like, no way in the world.
No, I don't think so, man. I definitely don't think so. Like now, I think, yeah, yeah, it's gonna be interesting what happens afterwards, right? Because I think, yeah, definitely Trump has it in the back, more than likely, man, more than likely, and
Yeah,
that's very bullish for
and
crypto.
Jim, I'm sorry for talking about politics. Talking about politics with Americans, complete waste of time. None of us are Americans. We got no skin in the game.
Yeah,
Our views don't count. But you know, from a coin perspective, what have we got here? We've got the most the most the most pro crypto president that we're ever going to see. We've
yeah.
got the vice presidential nomination for the Republicans. He owns a fucking venture capital crypto firm.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to fire Gary Gensler. You know, I mean, this is like, it's really, really, it's really, really lining up.
Mm.
And I mean, I'm a confirmed Trump hater for many years. And when I saw him do that, like fight, USA thing, I was like, wow, that's kind of badass.
Mm. Yeah, I agree.
Even for a guy that I personally think is a massive piece of shit. Like I think he's going to win, and I think he's going to do what he did last time, which is lower taxes. And I think he's going to do what he did last time, which is juice markets, because it makes him feel better. And I think he's unashamedly for sale. And I think rich guys who make billions if the stock market gets juiced can buy that off him because he's plainly for sale. And I think if the stock market goes up, the crypto market is like a higher beta version of tech stocks. And I think the crypto market's probably going to moon. So like, you know, as a single issue non-voting felon, if you're going to pump my bags, Trump, have at it.
Absolutely. For the
Yeah.
first,
Christina, I'm absolutely with you. I think he's a horrible, terrible human being. I think he's gotten every single thing he's ever gotten out of life. He shits on a gold toilet and he still walks around every day looking like someone did a turd in his mouth. Like, I think as a human being, he's execrable, but I think he's got it in the bag. That's just my opinion. He bangs porn stars. Well, glass house stones there, kids. But yeah, he's just not a very nice man. But I honestly, I think the Dems have shot themselves in the foot here. And the Dems, and there's a whole faction of the Dems, the Warrenite Dems, who want to completely ban crypto and make crypto dead, and they want to give crypto away, and that is really great for our bags. So, you know, I mean, I'll stop the American political talk here because, you know, we don't have a right to an opinion. It's not even our country, right? But I think the odds are very strong that Trump wins.
I agree. Yeah,
and we'll have another 4 years of listening to bullshit stuff like we're gonna invade Norway, we're gonna nuke hurricanes. Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? Like, just it's gonna be nuts. You probably want to like just turn off all news channels for the next 4 years.
Well, yeah, only though this time it's going to be different because this time FinRev's going to be making money all the way down. However over bloated the bull market gets, normally the bull market would finish and I'd be like, well, that's it, then I'll go away for a couple of years.
Pack up, and that's what it always used to be, right? Like, pack it up, boys. You know, as soon as crypto Twitter starts asking, is 10 million enough to retire? That's it. Sell everything. Pack it up, boys. Go.
Time to go. Whereas we're going to get.
Where's my little dog? Come on. Come on. Get your ass in here. Come on. All right. Fucking dogs.
Yeah,
right.
sorry to interrupt with the FinRev at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah. Let's get away from politics.
Yeah,
That's an
yeah.
uncomfortable topic. And honestly, Australians don't have any right to an opinion about your stuff. It's like, we just don't. What are you doing, dog? Get your ass in here.
There you go.
Get your $5
Ethereum.
change.
All right. So going back to yeah, definitely. This is like bullish as you can get it, right?
Bullish.
Obviously, that's gonna jump. Like if Ethereum keeps going the way it's going, and it breaks, the only thing it's going to do is to actually help all else. And let's have a look at total three. So total three, look at total three. Look at this thing. And this is the weekly, like this is total three without the USDT and USDC. This is it. And it looks as bullish as, right? Like, can we retrace a little bit? Yes, definitely, right? But then, yeah, I'm more bullish as yes, like I was saying from last week, like the longer it gets, the more bullish I get. And the good thing is we actually start buying really good stuff. So let me just show you some really good stuff so we start buying.
I wanted to buy this yesterday.
We actually bought it a few weeks back.
Good.
And now, guys, I think I'm looking. This is one of the projects that had a lot of resilience from even on the drop. This was launched on a drop, and now look at where it is. And I think I'm gonna start looking for betas on Straw, which I think is gonna give us a pretty good, yeah, in terms of the project itself. We're gonna look for some betas and stuff like that, and then more than likely we're gonna get some good stuff. So this one, finally. So
holy crap, man! Nice entry.
So we got in here, and I've been talking about OM for a while because this is gonna lead the RWAs. Like before was Ondo, but I think now it looks like it's transitioning, and now here's where we are in terms of our second entry we enter last week.
So OM is a similar thing to Ondo?
Yep, it is an RWA infrastructure, and Ondo did a partnership with this a while back. So hasn't dropped at all.
Can you show a daily chart for that too, please, man?
Yep.
Beauty.
So as you can see, any drop, people buying, right? People buying. So it's a lot of it looks pretty strong on my opinion. So I'm happy with our entries. So yeah, we managed to get those entries in. Also good good entries that we did last week. Ina definitely jumping. Our Ina is working well. This is our third entry on Ina.
I think that stop loss is going to stand for the whole bull market, dude.
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's gonna 10x that account, dude.
Definitely. And by the way, guys, for those ones, that was last week, Scott. Yeah, we took a trade from here, like on leverage. More than likely, looks like this.
I'll show you my account. We took it.
All right. Yeah.
We took live on the trade. We took live on the call last week.
But now I think there's a lot of opportunities for leverage. Things are getting very interesting.
Yeah. So what leverage do you think? I think you could safely go to 4-1 here.
With this one, I think now the price is a little bit up, so you still need to respect this low. I believe like probably 3x might be.
I'm at
yeah. Oh,
I just checked. I'm at 2.73x.
All right.
$5,000 profit in it off a $7,000 position.
Cool. That's great, man. That's great. So yeah, so everything is looking pretty good. We actually got in also into some gaming stuff like Neon, and Neon is actually up 50% from our first entry. So I think this one, yeah, it's actually 50% from our first entry. I've been sort of staggering this one, but this entry, I'm happy with where we are in terms of that. And I think when gaming comes back, if everything comes back, this one will be a really good play. So yeah, we have good plays on the books, and everything now looks to be that all our positions are retracing, and some of them I'm making it up again. So yeah, so far so good, guys. I think. And by the way, what I've been thinking, like, because Sol is leading the way. Let me talk about Sol, because now Sol is leading, and I think his Sol is going to win. Like, there is always a war between Ethereum and Solana in terms of which one is the strongest. But the fact that memes are leading, and the fact that Solana is doing like the performance of Solana is being really, really great, even in the drop, right? I think my next play will be Jupe. Like Jupe, we got into Jupe.
That's my next play too. And there's someone in the
Yeah.
chat too. 'Cause the strongest ones.
So let's have a look at Jupe. We actually got into Jupe a while back, but I think I'm gonna add into it because where's Jupe? Right here.
It's Solana beta, right?
It's
So-
Solana beta, and we're very close to our entry. I was gonna add last week, but I think more than likely, I think this one will be a really good Solana beta. Definitely. It's same thing as Bonk. If we have a look at Bonk, Bonk has just been freaking crazy, right? So that will be another beta play for Solana. So I think Solana is leading the way.
Those are all the same turd rolled in a different color, Twitter, dude. They're just Solana.
Exactly right.
They're just
Exactly
Solana.
right.
So if you're gonna pick Jupe, I'd pick some Jupe, some Bonk, some Whiff.
Yep.
Spread it around a little bit. They're all the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. So that'll be sort of my play for this, Steve. And still looking for good stuff. I'm really doing like a lot of the unlocks, things that we had a lot of unlocks last week. Sorry?
I got some MOG yesterday. I run one of my retirement accounts in Binance, and I can't pull it out into on-chain stuff without annoying my accountants. So I was looking to buy Popcat and MOG, and couldn't. I bought a little bit of MOG on KuCoin. I think Popcat and MOG look really good. I think.
Oh, definitely. We are already on MOG. That is working really good. Like we got into MOG, we got on MOG here, and now I think I'm gonna add on to MOG. Definitely, this looks pretty strong from the meme perspective. Yeah.
I had it on the dip on the weekend.
Nice. So
Michael Ritchie has a great question. Where would you put $1,000 today other than Finrith? I wouldn't put $1,000 in Finrith. If I had to put $1,000 today, I would sprinkle it between MOG, Popcat, and Retardio. That's what I would do. And the way that I would play that is, as soon as any one of those double their money, I would pull it out. I would pull out your initial profits, and then find a new trade.
I agree. I'll do the same thing. But I'll pick less risky assets from that. It depends on what, like, if that 1,000 is that like something that you want to play with, or is that very important to you?
Aside to gambling, or is it the rent money? Like those are two very, very different situations.
Exactly. So
the rent money, you got to buy Solana and ETH on leverage. That's probably what you got to buy.
Yep, that's what I'll do. ETH, Solana, probably go with a few risky assets like Neon that is performing really well, and a few memes, and then still, if it goes 50% or 60%, I'll start taking profits, and then you start doing like more trades as the bull run comes along.
I kid you not, Retardio is going to be above $1 billion coin by the time. If we get a bull market, Retardio is going to be above $1 billion for sure. If we get the alt season that it feels like so far, which requires luck, then that's a lot of money.
Definitely, definitely. So yeah, no, I think we're doing really good. I think we're gonna add into more stuff this week. So yeah.
So has a very good question in the chat. Mog Bonk, which one, please? Okay. Anytime at all you're thinking, do I do or do I do that? Your brain is already retarded because you're already that's the red flag. Do I sell or do I keep it? Your brain is already malfunctioning. So anytime you find yourself in what's called all or nothing thinking, you have to use that and recognize, oh, hang on, my brain's malfunctioning. I can do halvesies. Anytime you don't know, should I sell this coin or should I keep it? Sell half. Should I do this coin or that coin?
Mhm.
Half each. And if you haven't considered doing halvesies, and halvesies is the obvious thing, right? Because one of the things that we know from finance is that a portfolio of 5 stocks on average will outperform a portfolio concentrated in 1 stock. We absolutely know that. So if you're not applying that theory, which we know to be true in all markets, if you're not even considering it, you know that your brain is malfunctioning. It's usually malfunctions because of greed, fear, pressure. Like our brains malfunction all the time. Like the reason this is so hard is because you've got DNA that's setting you up for survival 100,000 years ago. It's all fight or flight, predator. What's the nearest predator to me? That tiger's about to eat me. It's not, should I prepare equally for tigers and leopards? Leopards are ambush predators. Tigers will face you for front on. Like, should I prepare equally for those? It's just like, no way, that's a fucking tiger, man. I got to prepare for tigers. So as soon as you feel that kind of like all or nothing thinking, just slap yourself and go, oh, wow, I should do halvesies.
Yep. And that's one of the reasons, like we always been saying that, for instance, the person that asked, where do you put $1,000 in? And it's one of those things that is really like, you want to sort of spread it out in a way, like have 5 or 6 or 7 positions and then start sort of positioning yourself. And then, because if you go all in and one, like the risk is way too high. You know what I mean? Like if you start having diversification in between assets, like
I'm wrong. Maurizio's wrong plenty. I get wrong for long periods at a time. Like don't think that we've got a crystal ball. We have a weather vane. The weather is sunny.
exactly.
The weather is sunny right now. The weather was rainy a week ago. How do I
Oh,
know?
yeah.
I walk outside and I got wet. My portfolio got fucked every day. How do I know it's sunny right now? Well, I walk outside and it's a beautiful day and my portfolio's up every day. I mean, we have very small edges in finance.
Exactly. And then obviously think about it from the perspective that if you go all in on Mock and Bong, they are 2 memes. So you're putting everything into one sector sort of deal, right? Like if you sort of think about it from other perspective and you want to have different sectors. So, some sectors will outperform others.
Okay, great question in the chat. Miles Nash is talking about diminishing returns for spreading a portfolio too thin. There's 2 concepts here. The first is what I call span of control. How many active positions can you manage before you stop checking them and start making mistakes? For most of us, it's not 15. For most of us, somewhere between 5 and 10. If you're a newer trader, or if you're starting out with a smaller stack, you probably want to concentrate it to 5. The big, if you've got $1 million, doing it like FinRev does with 100 positions, that's great. But FinRev will never 100x. Cannot. FinRev will double your money in a year if we have a good year or a reasonable year. Sometimes it does a bit better. But if you're taking 10 coins and you get a massive winner, you get a Retardio, which is a 10x, well, it's only doubled your account. So you have to balance fewer coins, easy to manage, fewer coins, more luck involved. Now, luck can be your friend or luck can be your enemy, right? You know, if luck's your friend, you have a larger percentage of your portfolio on a winning coin. Well, you could conceive, like, my tiny investment in Retardio is now like fucking 300 US, and I think it's going to be a lock to making $1 million US, where I'll start taking profits out, and I think it's a long shot chance of getting to 5 million US and possibly 10 million US. If you concentrate, you can get those kind of returns. If you got giant nuts, which I have, if you're going to flip flop between positions and trade a lot and in and out and in and out and in and out, probably not going to do that great.
There's a really great question from, I'll just find it, Scott, just got to scroll back up, from Eric, which I've answered just on what I do personally. And what he's saying is, if he's got, say, 3 FinRev accounts, is it mathematically more profitable to run 3 accounts or have 1 monster account? My reply was, I have multiple accounts, but each account has a specific purpose and volatility target. So I haven't done any of the math.
Okay, so the math is, imagine the top of a circle. Beyond a certain point, you need luck to win. Beyond a certain point, you need luck just to not lose all your money. But if you have, so our CTO put $200 in FinRev a year ago, more than a year and a half ago now, and it got to a high of 21,000. It's sitting at 16,000 today, off $200. If you did, that's at 100 volt. That is suboptimal. Now, let me show you how it actually looks. Here we go. Actually looks like is if you're taking more risk and the system does well, you'll do much better. Like, not a little bit better, like a much better. If you're taking more risk and the system does badly, you'll do a lot worse. Your drawdowns will be bigger. And the takeaway is, like most things in finance, there's no free lunches, really. Taking more risk is risky. Eric has 3 accounts at 50, 70, 90. That's what I do. Roughly. My 90 vol account has wild swings. You couldn't recommend it. But if we get an alt season, that I've only got 90 grand in it, but that 90 grand could become over $1 million in an alt season very quickly. Very quickly. Like it could become 5 million if we get a really strong alt season. Yes, yeah, you can have multiple FinRev accounts and you can have multiple exchanges. You can slice and dice it any way you want.
That's on the platinum package.
Now, one thing I'd like to say about FinRev is that high volatility in FinRev, big swings in equity up and down, are very strongly predictive of future profits. Why? Because trend following behaves like a synthetic options position called a straddle. And volatility, an increase in volatility, which is what we've seen. We saw an increase in volatility to the downside. We got short. We wiped out a lot of those short profits and getting long, and now we're long. This is highly, highly, highly predictive of future gains in FinRev. So here's what I've got for you. Anyone who bought FinRev in the last week, I'm gonna do you a solid here. Anyone who bought FinRev in the last week, if you aren't showing a profit in 1 month, I'm gonna give you your fucking money back if you want it. Anyone who buys FinRev before the end of the month, I'll absolutely guarantee that you make money in the first month. Absolutely guarantee it. If not, I'll give you all your fucking money back and let you use the system. Starting this week.
Nice.
Starting this
And
week.
That's
Now
a
is the
pretty good
now's the-
offer, man.
It's a pretty good offer. Now it's the fucking time.
Yeah, that's a pretty good offer.
I'm going to get on
man.
I'm going to get on our management call with Howard today, the CFO. He's going to go, you can't
He's
do
gonna
that.
go
All
nuts.
these people want their money back. You can't do that. I'm not letting you, but I've already fucking done it. So fuck you. I've already fucking done it. So here's the deal. If you don't make money in the next month, and you start now, if you get the system now, and if you don't make money in the first month, I'll give you fucking money back.
Let me just repeat this then. So anyone who bought last week and does not make money in 1 month gets the money.
1 month from today. 1 month from today.
1 month from today. Okay.
I just strongly believe, based on everything that I know about markets, about everything that I know about systematic trading, that the next month is going to make you all fucking giggle. Giggle. You can onboard this week. I think Scott's been drinking this morning. It's 7 a.m.
I think he is. So what who buys before the end of this month?
Yep.
Okay. And when would their month start? So if they bought at the end of the month, would they then have 30 days? Or is it 30 days from today?
No, 30 days before the end of the month. I think we're good.
Okay. Okay. 30 days. Well, there we go then. I mean, that's...
I don't drink, Perry. So I'm I smoke a bit of weed, which is legal here in Thailand. But that was last night. Scott, or anyone, third question. What do you think of the cyclic text cycles work by J.M. Hurst in the 70s? Okay, for a start, what do you think is easier to predict? The market 30 seconds from now? The market 5 minutes from now? The market an hour from now? Or the market a year from now? Perry? Well, no. All kinds of shit can happen in a year. Like Biden drops out, fucking Trump comes, war starts, we have a recession. You can't predict shit a year away. 30 seconds is the closer you get to now, the easier predictions are. All of these got now the second question, do you think the markets from the 70s are just the same as the markets today? Because they're fucking not. Do you think the guys from the 70s who didn't have computers, who were just like, had graph paper and shit, did any valid work that can be validated with today's modern computers? Of course not. And do you think that the literally billions of dollars a year that trading firms spend trying to find an edge wouldn't have checked and discarded all that stupid bullshit? So no, none of that old Chris Carroll spiral calendar, cycles, fucking sunspots. It's all shit, man. It's all shit. If it ever worked, it doesn't work now. Alex, that looks like a pretty decent portfolio, yeah. And DYDX has customers on it so far. Let me show you. Failed the capture revalidation. I can't get into my dashboard, but yeah, FINRA DYDX is working up and going. All that stuff, all that old stuff that comes out before computers were around was mostly bullshit, and that's just the truth of it. The edges in finance aren't easily found. We're working as hard as we can on it. It started on Friday. The guys are onboarding super fast. V4 is a big upgrade over V3 in terms of DYDX.
And V4 is also ridiculously easy to connect versus V3 was, yeah. When you connect to V4, you get issued a secret code, like when you'd set up a MetaMask wallet, and then you simply paste in that secret code. It is, I swear to God, it is a 2-minute transition. The only thing that takes any time is when you're in the V3 and you have to manually shut each of the positions. And then once that's shut, we open it. But we've got everything. We've got guides, we've got coaches that are on standby. We'll put all the information out. Everybody knows this, that they'll get the emails, the information will be in the FinRev group, and we'll be here to help for anybody that doesn't want to do it themselves. But honestly, it is crazy easy on V4.
Okay, so I just want to take a little moment to look at Retardio. We have obviously this sideways bullshit here. We're into price discovery. We're looking at these strings of bars that can't break the daily lows. It's holders. If you want to look at this number here, this goes up every single day. And let's look at the top holders. The top ones are all liquidity providers. You look and see when was their last transactions. These top holders aren't selling. So let's just pick a random one. So what am I looking at to get out? I'm looking for all the big holders to start selling. So you can see this guy got nothing to do with he's got 6 million in Retardio. He's got nothing in that. The rest of these are shit. So he's basically got nearly $1 million worth of Retardio. Let's look at, you know, and this is the kind of thing that you do when you're on one of these meme coins and you catch a runner. Okay, so let's look at the couple that we got in on Friday. Oh, what a surprise. Up 26% today, market cap 14 million.
That's actually working. Yeah, working pretty well. Like Sigma is working pretty well. I think it's about 30 or 40% up from our entry on Friday.
Yeah, I'm a holder then. And the next one is, what's that other fucking thing with people? Hair. Oh, no, that's the wrong hair. Market cap. No, it's the wrong hair. Someone set up a fake coin. Gone down a bit today. Still looks okay. Someone's obviously banking profits here. I'll dig into that a bit. This one's a liquidity pool. Value 220K. Let's have a look. See if anyone's selling it. He's got $3 million in his wallet. What's he doing? Is he selling any hair? This is the kind of thing that I do in the morning. I spend like an hour doing this. Look at this. He's got Popcat, dog with hat, hair. I like Popcat. Yeah, so all of these Trump coins have been a little bit disappointing, but I'm still cool with them. I'm still cool with them. I think these are going to bang. And I think it's Solana season. I think
I agree. It's Solana season, definitely.
Yeah. That's just a beautiful looking hourly chart. You know, look at this, big strings, decreasing volatility as we go up. Okay, so for the guys who don't know, decreasing volatility as you go up is a sign that this is going to be that sell setups are a negative edge and that it's probably going to go further than you think. So this one, I think you want to bank profits on spikes, bank profits on spikes, bank profits on spikes, bank profits on spikes. We're nowhere near a spike. No reason. No reason. We're in Solana season. That's what I think. Anyone
I
else
agree.
getting?
Yeah, I completely agree, Scott. Like, and I think all the meme stuff in Solana is going to just go ballistic. Definitely. Like Solana now is the play. All the Solana betas and memes and things like that. I think it's gonna go well.
Not the little shitters, not the 1 million market cap ones, even though we're doing a few of those. I'm talking about the 10 to $20 million market cap. That's the sweet spot, and the 100x. TRX has gone a little bit off the boil. Not that much off the boil. Still looks pretty fucking good. I mean, there's a reason why it's one of our biggest positions in FinRep, right? And has been for ages.
These new BRICS deals are giving XRP a good pump as well.
Fuck XRP. And if you want to be down with XRP, what
What
a fucking shit con. Those dumb cunts who believed in it, they've been talking about it for fucking years. Fuck them. Gal looks really, really strong. If you guys want a Telegram bot that trades for you, let me show you. Where is my fucking Unibot? I'll share it. Trojan. Okay. So let me show you how this trading bot shit works, just quickly. You load up this channel on Solana, and you click start. This is your Solana. This is your Solana address. You need some SOL in to transact. Not very much. I've got like 27 bucks worth of SOL. You can get a list of your positions. Oh, wow. And it'll tell you what market cap you bought at. My average entry was 8.24 million. It's at 14 million. My average entry was 8.47. The price is 8.99. I'm happy enough with one of those. And the profit and loss in USD is 5% and 72%. You can buy whatever you want, but what you can do is set limit orders so you can get out when you double your money, triple your money, blah blah blah. So this is the easy way to do it. They take a 1% tax, which is a bit hateful, but yeah. This is what I use for these little shitters because I want to get my initials out as soon as I make my money back. That's what I use. Yeah, it's 1% per transaction, which is hateful, but still, for these tiny coins, like you're buying them like sub $10 million market cap, they triple. I want my money back. You know, it's as simple as that. I want a free spin of the wheel. And if you just Google Trojan bot, I actually don't Google Trojan bot. Find it on Twitter, and then click on that. It's it works good. There's others. Anything else, guys?
No, I think that's it, man. I think yeah, looks pretty good, solid.
Fight. You would say Banana Bot is another one. Trojan is one. They're all the fucking same. Antoine, our buddy Antoine, Handsome Finance on YouTube. You should be following him. The fucker is too good looking to be living in Asia. French guy, good looking French guy with the accent. Lives in Bangkok, gets more ass than a toilet seat. Like you have never.
We should do should do a meme coin of that, man. Like definitely that.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'll see you.
All right.
Fucking money.